Which is more damaging? Ghosting the person or letting them know, hey, listen, you're just not what I'm looking for right now?
Letting them know. So you really done. Like, really. Something that people look at anything anymore for keeps. Nothing. I mean, I was reading something the other day in the state of Florida, as many people move here, people don't really want to buy a home because they're saying, I don't want to stay nowhere for 20 years and invest in it.
Right.
Because I might want something new.
Yep.
Like, so this dream of, I'm going to leave this house with my kids and they're going to fight over it. And, even children start saying, I don't want no house from, like right now, if it's 2020, somebody bought a house in 1995, you don't want a house. 25 years old. So you got people now living in times where they ain't committing to nothing. They ain't planning on building. They say I'm at this job so I can get my own business until I get the one I really want. Like, ain't nobody committing to nothing. So the word commitment is just not popular. So of course, relationship, like, man, I'm with somebody. Even if people with people that's married, straight, gay, you just let me know what I'm getting myself into. You know what I'm saying? Just let me choose. I'm okay with whatever
my choice,
the situation is. You know what I mean? And so, when we talk about relationships, I mean, I'm not saying relationships may not be working, but the ones that we sticking with, we talking about, lifelong, life-giving, loving relationships. Some people just don't feel like they exist no more. You know what I mean? So
I agree. But I'm saying, okay, thinking about this, right? We both married, but we both are men. See, it's a hard place for a lot of men to really speak positive without sounding simpish, without sounding like, kind of on that side where it's like, well, you know what I mean? You kind of got a little effeminate about this, you know what I mean? And I don't want to project that at all, because that's not me. But at the same time, we'll recognize that it's worth it, because when I talk about relationship, it's from the standpoint I honestly, genuinely want to see people connect. Like, I feel like that's one of the reasons why God put me here, is to find through this platform. I'm trying to connect people. You know what I'm saying? So especially in our community, Black people, Black men, Black women, like I always say this tagline: there's too many things separating us, not enough things bringing us together. So being a man to speak to say that a relationship is worth it or marriage is worth it, right? So I wanted to go down right just real quick, because before you got here, I was looking at some articles just trying to figure out what the benefits of being married is, right? You know what I mean? So just a few. One caught my eye though when it talked about how being married could save your life. Case in point, talk about, hey, something happened to you, you know what I mean? Lord forbid, whatever, you end up laid up in a hospital. It's basically, I forget the words, why marriage is good for you is the article, right? So I'm looking this up. It's talk about how you 2 to 3 times more likely to recover from whatever issue you got, whatever medical ailment you got if you married than if you are single.
Right.
Also talk about that you're less likely to develop cancer. Talks about how, hey, when it comes to discharge, you most likely, if you're single, to be discharged to a nursing home or something like that if you're in your older age. So one of the benefits to me, like I recognize all the time, like it definitely improves your quality of life when you got somebody that look like, hey, you're all right. Your skin looking kind of pale today. You think I'm straight, man. I'm good. What you talking about? You looking in the mirror, I'm good. You're like, nah, just something.
Right. Somebody, just another set of eyes.
Always checking out and looking out for your benefit. That's one benefit. And I know there's multiple others. Like, you are a lot more healthy. Your kids end up living a healthier life, things of that nature. So it's not to say nothing about people who aren't in a relationship, but I think, it's a lot of benefit to it.
Yeah. I agree, but I think that the other side of it is the reason why people don't want to get married, because it's not that it's not the benefits. The benefits are there. It's all the risks. It's all the risks out there too. Like
what's
that
the
argument.
risk?
Well, every argument, if those two components of love don't meet at the same intersection at some point tonight, by tomorrow, it could go left, and that risk is there. We're just the guys who fortunately made it through. There's a lot of guys been just like we were, and they just feel like it ain't worth it, because I got to that point and I couldn't get past the attitude and I couldn't break it. And then it wasn't that they didn't want the family and they got the bait, but like they couldn't get past that moment. And so people say, hey, yeah, those benefits are there, but these risks there too. And I gotta agree, they all there because the risk is there.
Right.
You know, the opportunity to do something wrong or for somebody to lie to you or deceive you, like.
I agree. No,
so you know, I think
but among all of that though, personally, do you feel like it's worth it? Right. That's number one.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, right? If people who've been through it made it through, you know what I'm saying? It's like I say, you can't tell somebody how to get somewhere you never been, which why I have beef with sometimes people like, bro, be quiet, bro. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like you failed every relationship you got. Right. Yeah, you a man. You talk about how, you know, it's all about the women. Like women, y'all need to get yourself. Like, bro, but you ain't even, you know what I mean? You ain't doing nothing, right? But at the same time, with all the things that you can say, hey, come with it, right? Come with the relationship, come with marriage. The risk is there, you know, benefit. So it sounds like what you're saying. Most people see the downside. Is that what you're saying? So it don't seem like it's worth it.
Yeah, because it's not like the benefits of it come without the other risk. People now, I think that's what people initially want. People just want happy ever after, sweet nothings. You know, it's always about 73 degrees in the house. You know, everybody's toilet smells good all the time. Like, you know, you don't need deodorant because there's so much love in the house. Like, everybody wants that world, but it ain't, man. It ain't like that. So when you get in a relationship, most people, even when they're dating, you can see the fear. It's the all right. So just go and tell me. So you with somebody? Like it's the stuff that says anxiety, all these things are possible, and I just don't know if I'm worth going. And if you've been down that road before, and it's like, for instance, I've never been in a car accident, right? I've never been in there like a bomb, like. But I've heard once you've been in a car accident and you had this moment of your life flash before you or something drastic like happened like that, you drive different. You see what I'm saying? So because I have been to jail before, when I'm driving, I see police, I don't ride the same. Right. Because of my experiences. So you done took that risk for love and you thought it was worth it and you found out it wasn't worth it for you. And it's hard. It's difficult not to see the flaw in it or the opportunities and things to go wrong in it. So that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I agree. No, it's not that I don't agree with you, because I do agree. But I'm saying to myself, it takes people like myself and like yourself who made it through the struggle, the scrapes, the bruises, the you know, having to bandage your knee up and all of that, and play through it, right? To the point where it's like, okay, well, for those that don't believe, like, it takes for the dude to have to go through all, like Jay-Z say, I went through it, so you ain't got to go through it, right? And so I think for myself and for yourself, you oftentimes say this even in ministry when you're, you know, giving your sermons, like, hey, Pastor Dozier, I took enough pain. I done did all of it, right? So I'm saying, it's not that what you're saying as far as the dangers, the risks, all of those things being true, but at some point, like, somebody gonna have to say, hey, you can make it. Like, you got to be able to be the one to put your hand out and say, all right, come on, I'm gonna hold you, you know, I'll bring you. Right. So that's what I think we doing here, because of course, like I said, it is risk. But if you made it through the other side, what I'm supposed to tell them? Like, man, I mean, I made it, but I don't, you know, you probably ain't gonna make it. Like, you know, chances are, you know, if I made it, then it's probably you probably not gonna
see. I think the fear is the people who decided on the no.
On the no.
Like, for instance, man, you really, like, people hate. Let me tell you why a lot of people wouldn't ever buy into what we try to do, because we're on the other side of it already. We're on the other side of the dress in the ring. So watch this. Look at it from the other side. What about all the world of people now and all the females now who, like, come on, I ain't looking for marriage. They've already bowed out to it. Even if let's say it's out of 100%, let's say it's 35% of people out there saying, man, I ain't on that. Right? Okay. And you the other 65.
I'm the other 2%.
No, I'm just saying, think about, I ain't gonna say half and half. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who really, they on good times. Let's just have good times, make the most of our moments. And we ain't trying to do all that. Like, I ain't trying to go down that road. So now you got to date in the world and pursue relationships in the world where a lot of people just ain't with it, male and female.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So it's almost like you got to date, understanding ain't no commitment in this.
Yeah, like,
don't expect no commitment.
Right, and I'm saying, so in that world, and it don't look like the statistics gonna get no lower.
I agree.
That you're saying now I gotta date and waste time with people who already have said, like, so, you know, I ain't trying to like what's going on? We had said, but like, let's not make it that serious now. Like, what you mean? I thought everything was good. Like, it's so much of that. It's like, come on, I heard something so cold the other day.
Yeah.
The girl dude going back and forth. He's like, but I ain't never really tell you was my lady. So what you mean? You're my lady when you and me.
Right.
He's like, nah, bro, come on, man. Let's just come on, we're having a good time. Like, and I'm saying, that's my own family, you know. I'm kind of saying, God. But he was like, come on, man, I ain't never tell you that though. I mean, on some real, did I ever tell you my girl?
Man, that's cold blooded.
But
I'm sure, like,
what you mean? We just spent the weekend together. You was over here for 3 days.
Ain't
like
mean nothing.
Like,
I don't mean like,
come on, man, we're just having a good time. We're
right.
chilling.
I ain't had, I was free. I was available. You were available. And so that's
what makes a lot of people feel like, hey, man, it ain't worth it. And then